7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Away with Words, the podcast. It's your girl Bree Stories.
It's Andie Chanel.
It's A Tati.
And we're here with the
Andie Chanel.
Thank you. On cue. Always there when you call, never on time. That's Andie Chanel. No, we love it. We're so excited to have you. How are you?
Yes, I'm so excited to be here finally.
I know. It's been a long road. We've been talking to Andie about this for a minute now, but now we're here for season 2, having a good time. So we're going to do a check-in. So we do a check-in before we start every episode. You'll fit right in. We'll go first.
Okay.
And when it's your turn, you'll be all into it. So I'll go. Physically, I feel pain a little bit. I just got a tattoo yesterday, and my arm is just like...
Show the people.
It's a heart attack arm. That's what heart attack arm is. I got another tattoo. Here it is. And yeah, it's just a little painful. And emotionally, I feel joy. So much joy. Spiritually, I feel clean again. Spiritually, I feel clean. And sifted. That's the word. I feel sifted. And my attention is currently on... I'm present. My attention is here.
You are a gift.
I am. Got a bow on my panties because my ass is a present.
Okay.
How you feeling, Agenal Asia?
Well, hello everyone. I am feeling. Physically I feel good. I'm ready. Last week I hit the gym almost every day.
Yes.
So I'm starting to pick up some new habits that I would like to implement and keep, going strong. So I'm feeling good with that, getting ready to get my week started, my work week rather. Just gonna go home and meal prep, and I feel good. I'm in a different space now. Like before I would be like, I want to work out, and then I would get off work and be like, yeah, so the gym, that's not happening today. But I be like excited to go to the gym now.
Yay.
I'm just I'm in a space of becoming a better me, and just the phrase living my best life, I'm really trying to do that. Like I'm putting myself first. Emotionally, I feel good, I don't let these niggas bring me down.
Yes.
Spiritually, I feel good, and I think that's also has something to do with just finding myself and grounding myself, anchoring myself within myself, because I am self. And what did I say? Mentally, I feel good. I'm good. I feel good. Like, can't nobody fuck with me. If you think you can, if you want to try and fight me, hit me up, DM me, hit me up on Snapchat, anything, because I can fight. I'm from
to make
Harvey.
Appointments for fights.
Yeah.
DM me, find your time slot.
Yes.
You'll fit them in.
There'll be a spreadsheet shared on my Google Drive so you can fill in your name.
It really won't
If
be
there
a
are
fight,
no
though.
available time
Y'all
slots,
just
call
have to meet up.
Off on weekends.
So that's how I feel. I feel good. I'm happy that we have a guest this week, and I'm happy to be here with my girls and my people. And we're gonna do audience participation.
No, we're not. She always tries this.
I want to interact with my people.
How you feeling, Tati?
Physically, I am feeling, physically and emotionally, I feel happy. Me and Bree Stories had a recent conversation about how we love like New Year's or the first of months, like just feeling like it's a new beginning. Like sometimes I feel like I need to, even though you can make a new beginning any day, like you don't have to wait for something, but I do just like saying like it's the first time for a change, or like it's the new year, like I'm not doing this in 2018 at all. Like, so I'm feeling good. I love that it's not really December, even though it's December, that this weather is like I got a jean jacket on, like, so I'm happy about that. Spiritually, I think I'm feeling kind of like hopeful, excited for all these new beginnings and things, and I just feel very present. I feel very awake. I guess I feel very awake and present and just in the moment.
I love that.
Not really stressing anything.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Good job.
Hey, Andie. My turn. Okay, we start with physically, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Physically, I am feeling amazing.
Yay.
Honestly, like in this good space where I have absolutely no negativity around me, period. Nowhere at all. Vamonos. So that just makes me breathe a breath of fresh air every day. Like, it just feels so good. Emotionally, I'm not where I want to be, but I am moving forward every day and doing things every day to get to where I want to be. So I'm trying to make that my focus. I spend a lot of time with my family, so that just kind of rebuilds me and kind of gives my battery a little extra juice sometimes when I'm not feeling it. But yeah, what was the last one?
Where are you at? Emotionally or spiritually? Spiritually. Spiritually,
I'm really upset because I haven't made it to church in like over a month because I've been allowing work to take my Sundays. But I'm here with you guys, and we are church. Church is within us, right?
This is a church.
Church is within you, amen. But I'm spiritually, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really motivated, just like how you said about the beginning of the month. So I'm ready to take this week and kick its ass and you know, elevate to a higher level.
Yes. So, hi.
None of us did our intentions.
I did. I said my attention is currently on this, and I'm present.
Did you?
And I said,
it was just me.
I said, it was me too. It's okay.
I didn't literally say intentions before I said it, though.
Here's the thing. Let me give you guys a disclosure. It was never intentions. I just kind of let you guys say what you want to say. It's attention. My attention is on this.
Oh, I think I started saying it because of her.
There's like a format. There's a format to the check-in, and they all are supposed to coincide together. But I kind of like the way that we do it too. But the way that it's supposed to go is the body sensation. Like you could say I'm feeling tension in my neck, and you connect it to because emotionally I feel this, and then you connect it to, so it's kind of like
I'm gonna do it that way next week.
Yeah, but I think it's also more authentic because I think that the purpose of that is to just dump whatever it is that you're feeling. And sometimes it's not just one thing. Sometimes you do have the tension in your neck and you are feeling stressed, but that's because of this. But then you also can feel emotionally here. You can, So I kind of like that we kind of just grab from every avenue. Instead of just being like, I was really upset 5 days before this. Because that's the whole intention of it. It's just to dump whatever it is that you're feeling, and now we're at a clean slate. We're not vomiting anything.
I was
She's
putting it.
bullying.
I was putting it on the table like that. I was throwing it up.
I thought you said dump those.
This is what we're doing.
Okay. See, they don't even go to the table. It's just one. Only one titty bear.
We can't even go 2 episodes without talking about titties.
We have.
That's what
we have
about
to.
talking about, man.
Anyway, child. So I kind of want to just start with you and then just press on. So this might be a little weird and sexist of me, and I just noticed this just now. When we have male guests, I think we kind of diverted away from the Discovery Zone and the Petty Parlor, some of our segments, just to make it more conversational and comfortable for men. But I think that was really rude of me. But I literally had the idea with Andie here to be girl talk, we could make it business as usual, keep everything the same. But so I don't know. I apologize if I made any of our male guests.
I mean, I want to talk about the other shit too.
No. We're definitely doing that. But I also am you can meet us. You have a seat at this table in those conversations, and I think that I don't be having faith in these niggas. I'm sorry.
I think they like it though.
No, yeah, I think they always have a good time. So anyway, that was just that. No, but to begin, for people who live under a rock and may not know you, give us your elevator pitch. Who is Andie Chanel?
Man, this brand that I'm trying to build is just empire, times 10. I'm trying to. I love to help people. I love to help people of all ages. God has been putting me in positions to help kids.
Yes,
it's been I feel like my mouth is completely closed when I'm just talking hi, I just want to volunteer and work at this alternative school. And I'm just sitting there talking to this lady I don't even know why I just said that, but I'll be here next week, okay? I definitely got cursed out really bad, but yeah, but
she cursed you out?
No, not the lady, one of the kids. I was staring at her for too long, and she was like, yeah, So I didn't go back, but I will be back next week. They think I'm not coming back.
Right.
But yeah, so
because you got a mission and you can't let that stop you.
Most definitely. Yeah. And I feel as if
a lot of people don't get genuine love in their life. Some people really don't. And when you miss that, you can kind of have like a void in your life. Yeah. So since it was always upon me, no matter what, always loving thyself and loving other people around you, I want to spread that around, you know, young ladies, young men that just don't know what that's like. Yeah. But some people are just lost and they just really don't know. Like we were talking about kids and their mother, and I'm like, you know, your mother always wants you to do this, and they're like, my mother don't want me to do, you know, she kicked me out. And it's just like, you know, you hate that they have to go through that, but just not trying to be their mother, but just showing them that there's a way to, you know, a way out. You don't always have to be so uptight. Yeah. So that's definitely one of my missions. My cousin is opening up a restaurant, so I'm going to be the catering manager. And it's called Dream Chef, and she's a model as well. So it's like really, really cool, and it's going to be really lit there. Also, being a model. I see myself as a model, and sometimes I don't, because it's really just like what I love to do. I don't see it as work. I don't see it as anything like that. It's just something that's just passion. Like when you see like biographies of people before they go on stage, before they perform, and they're like getting in their zone, that's really what I do. I like transform to somebody else, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm like, yo, what up, you know, whatever. So I turn into this other person. I still don't have an alter ego name. Maybe you guys can help me with my alter ego. We're gonna talk alter egos later too. Good. So I love that. I also I'm an assistant to the photographer that I work with. So I've been learning things of that nature, and I'm just mini pots. I'm not working for anybody. I'm not making anybody a millionaire before I make myself a millionaire. So that's my goal. That's a word. You're really good at this, because all of the questions that I was going to ask you just kind of like flow out. But I do want to ask you, I think that it's interesting. Like, I love how you say that you don't really consider yourself a model because it doesn't feel like work, and like that's a job title, you know? Yeah. But like how, because I've known you for a while now, and you've always had that spirit about you. What do you think about like the idea of like seriously modeling? Because I look at you, even though like the platform that I see you on most is Instagram, I look at you like that's a model, like she's doing work, you know? But then you see other people who are legitimately considered Instagram models, and it's just a totally different thing. Like what is your perspective on that? So I get a lot of young ladies that reach out to me in my DM excuse me, and they're like, oh, how did you get into modeling and blah blah blah, and I'm like, girl, I just be, you know, taking pictures, and I just post them on Instagram. I've been taking them to agencies now and kind of taking it more serious, but I'm like, I'm not even where I want to be. That's why I kind of want to be a bridge. I don't want to be a manager, and I don't want to have like an agency. I just really want to be like that gap, like, hey, okay, this is what you have to do. This is how you need to act. This is how, you know, this is how you go in and you handle business. I just want to be that bridge, you know, for young ladies that want to get started. So I pay attention to the things that I post on Instagram because of my audience. And I get my family, I posted a picture, and it was, you know, I thought it was cute, but my auntie texted me like, okay, you know, for the mindset that you're trying to go for and the way that you want people to see you, I think this is a bit much. So I'm very blessed to have my family to be like, you know, hey, I'm not coming at you no type of way, but this is how it is. And I was actually getting, you know, kind of discussing DMs that I'm not used to. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it down. It had like 700 or something likes though. But I was like, you know, okay, they have my best interest, so I can't pass that up. That's beautiful. So your family is very involved, and that's something that's something else too. That's like makes it different. Like that makes it like a career path for you. Everybody is involved. Everybody knows what you're doing. Everybody knows what your end goal is. But then you see these other girls, and it's just like starting off with just like booty pics, like their ass is on the mirror, and then they get somebody else to take the picture. And first of all, if you can afford an iPhone 7, you barely need a Canon camera. It's crazy. No. My producer is like, you shut the fuck up. But you know what I'm saying? Like to these young girls, like, you know, like I have a cousin who is 17, and she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She has a beautiful body. And literally, she just, like, for herself, and I know her personally because, you know, so I know where her goals are, and they're not modeling, but she just posts her own pictures, and, like, literally, people are like, oh, you should come do this, and I'll fly you out here, like, this is a child, you know, people are, like, interested in her, like, to be some sort of, like, actual Instagram model, and, like, that's becoming so
lucrative. So I think that I love just hearing about actual modeling. Like I don't want to diss Instagram modeling, because if that's what you do, that's cool, that's fine, and that's something that you enjoy. But it's just good to see, especially people in our generation who are still shedding light on actual modeling.
Most definitely.
Like actually going out and being artsy and being creative about it, and like your pictures are always amazing. So, Thank you. So fun. So
do you feel any type of way about the Instagram modeling versus real modeling? Because you hear like actresses and actors they'll say how much they look down on like reality television because it waters down the importance of real acting or real sitcoms. Like, do you feel any way or feel like there's a difference?
I feel like there is, but this is the thing. We're in a trendy world now. Like, so one person does it, everybody has to do it. It started off as Love and Hip Hop in one city, and now there's Basketball Wives. Now there's, so many things. But these people are making money off of it, and they're getting fame off of it. So who doesn't want money and fame? And it's like, they see it as they're not making the fools of themselves, but we see it differently. These are, once again, some people that, maybe just see the world differently than how we do. Like, I mean, would I do it? I probably would, for the fame and for the money, like just for the exposure to elevate myself. Like Cardi B. I feel like she's a prime example of using what you have to get what you want. Everybody was in the studio, but who was in the studio? What do you really hear? And once again, it's on regular TV, so our kids have access to this, which is just it's okay, but I mean it's entertainment that I think should be like on Netflix or something like that. All kids shouldn't be able to just come home when their parents not home and sit down and watch reruns of Love and Hip Hop. Like, it's just not right, because they're showing so much. And then it's like Instagram. The pictures that you see on Instagram, guys used to be like, dang, look at this pic she sent me. Now it's like, she posted it. It's on Instagram. There's no type of excitement to it no more. So, kids are seeing more things on TV because, we're slowly raising the gate for more and more things to come out. It's just, sometimes it's a bit much, but I mean, I still get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like seeing people on Instagram, like, I don't know, because I think that if you're a beautiful girl, you're just a beautiful girl, and like a lot of people aren't paying attention to details. Like, you don't even notice the details until you do look at an actual models. Like, it's like looking at somebody who's a stripper, because now strippers are models too. Definitely. Strippers are also Instagram models, which is so weird to me. That's such a strange phenomenon. But it's like looking at that person's page and then going to Tyra Banks' page. It's like there's just such a difference, but you wouldn't know it. Like, if I'm 13 and I got an Instagram account, like my little brother, he don't fucking know who Tyra Banks is. He doesn't understand what modeling is. Right. So it's like, I can appreciate it for the fact that if this is your only avenue and if this is your only like platform, I can appreciate people really utilizing it the way that they should utilize it. But yeah, I do agree that it, like, some things do need to be filtered. That reality television idea is a really good idea.
Yeah, that would have definitely made sense if that was something from jump that you had to get some type of app. Yeah, like subscribe to this to watch it versus it. Or even if it was on like cable like HBO type, like things that you really had to like pay extra for. Yeah. Like not just regular daytime. Come home from school.
Exactly. And that's exactly how it is.
Always a rerun on. You can see old episodes that you know came out 4 or 5 years ago. Like they're always replaying it. It's always in our face.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's another thing, like, our 14-year-olds aren't the 14-year-olds that we were. Like,
14-year-olds be looking better than me these days.
Eyebrows, highlights, and everything is just perfect.
Especially like the celebrity kids, like celebrity like teenagers and stuff. I be going through their pages like, what? Like, I'm never in my best day. Into Rich South.
I'm like, I think I was still playing American Girl now.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was just flat chested with ponytails.
I was just playing the Sims all night.
Sims.
I was still watching Disney Channel.
Still watching Disney Channel.
I still watch Disney Channel.
And playing Snake on my phone.
Cadet Kelly.
Yeah, I was about to say,
literally
Disney Channel movies on Fridays were still a thing for me when I was 14. Like, it was not.
Yeah, thirsty to get home. Like,
Cheetah Girls about to come on. Like, Cheetah Girls was lit.
Even the girls that I considered, like, you know, fashionable or that we looked at as like, oh, like, she's so
They still were weak as fuck.
They were still not weak. They were just regular. Really. They were still regular teenagers. Like, it was everybody didn't have 20-inch weaves in their hair. Everybody didn't wear makeup every day. Everybody wasn't wearing like designer bags every day. Like, it just wasn't a thing. Like, it was okay to be a child.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember when I got my first like designer purse, but my mother made sure that it was still like a childish ass purse. Like, she got me a Louis Vuitton, but it was like, you remember the little like circle ones? It was like this little.
Oh yeah, with the
like it's just like little. It was just little like it was just like, don't get ahead of yourself. Like, don't get ahead of yourself. Like, here, like here,
don't get
here's
ahead
your
of
little
yourself.
Here's your little
don't
fucking.
start feeling yourself.
Like, this is a little kitty ass.
I had a Dooney and Burke.
I did too. I had a wristlet.
Oh, wristlet.
Well, I had like
stay with the coach
wristlet though. But it was
wow, she was grown.
She
Oh my God,
she was my first friend to have a tattoo too.
Wow.
I wasn't the first in our grade.
My first friend.
Oh, friend. I just said the first in our grade. I was like, that's a lot. But, yeah.
I remember this one time my godmom, she gave me this vintage Chanel purse.
Vintage.
And it was like a powder pink color. It was brand new. I lost it.
Oh, see?
I was like 14.
And that's
I didn't know what I had. I was
shit.
like, why would I wear that?
Oh, you didn't even like it?
No, like I just let it just go somewhere. I'm talking about it was like perfect. It was, and I just think about it, like,
and that's why our parents knew better. We would go home, like, we'll see somebody else with a purse, and we'll go home and be like, oh, I want it. My mom would be like, bitch, I wish I would. I stayed with a Coach wristlet, but that was it. Just like a little, like something tiny. My mother was literally always like, don't overdo it. Like, here's your little thing.
Now go sit down.
Enough for a house key and no fucking school ID. One thing of lip gloss, a school ID, and a house key, and that's it. Let's head into the Discovery Zone. So this week in the Discovery Zone is, so I don't want to talk a whole lot about this because obviously, like, this is just one situation out of a grand scheme of situations that are coming out right now. But it just came out that Russell Simmons has resigned from all of his positions as basically the CEO and president and head of all of his companies because of these allegations that have come out about sexual harassment that occurred apparently in 1991. And so there's so many things. Like, there's so many things. I know that this is something that's happening a lot, especially like within our government and within our, like Hollywood actors, actresses, producers, everybody. First of all, it's so interesting to me, like the concept of like when it rains, it pours. Like, now this is just the thing. Like, this is what we're all paying attention to. Everybody is coming out with their own story. This happened, and it becomes very like disheartening because as a woman, and not even as a woman, just as a human being, I never ever want to look at somebody and be like, that's not a big deal, or or like try to tell somebody that's something that they went through, or even if it wasn't, like something that they perceived as this terrible thing that happened to them, I would never want them to feel like it's not, So, but it's disheartening because now you got 30,000 women with the same account of the same person, but it's like, okay, like, I get it, but all of these different questions, like, why is this just now coming out? And I think that Russell Simmons, from my perspective, is just a great guy. Like, he's very emotionally intelligent and very aware. So, like, some of his statements that have come out to me were very, like, that made sense to say. Like, that, like, regardless of, whether or not it's true, like, he just knew how to move in that situation, which also makes me feel a little bit like, is that what happened? But I don't know. But basically, one of the girls though said that they had sex. She said stop numerous times, and he wouldn't. That's an issue. He says though, that's not at all how he remembers it, and that he would never ever put anybody in harm, and like and he apologized for any like sort of insensitivity that he's ever like put off on any woman that he's ever dated and all this stuff. But and him stepping down, his statement was like, I'm stepping down because I don't want to be a distraction. Like, like, let my businesses thrive for what they are. It has nothing to do with me or what I did or didn't do. Like, I just don't want to distract business, which to me made sense to say too. But it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate on everybody's angle. Like, first of all, if you went through that, even if you perceived it, even if your perception of it is I was sexually assaulted, and you weren't textbook, like, you know, actually sexually assaulted, I still feel for you because that's your perception of it. Mm-hmm. And it's sad to like have people looking down on you like, girl, you lying, or girl that. So I feel for that, but then also you gotta feel for men too, like, and that's why it's really fucking important. We talk about this a lot here, that we have conversations with our sexual partners outside of the bedroom. I need you to know exactly what is a hard limit for me before we even get there, because I don't want you to set yourself up, or me. Like, and dudes should be more of an advocate of that than anybody, because they're the ones getting in trouble. Like, I can leave a nigga's house today and go straight to the police department and be like, after I just asked you to choke me for fucking 2 hours, I can have bruises on my neck and go to the fucking police department and tell them, like, he was choking me, he raped me. I have your fluids on me. I have your, like, fingerprints on me. You know what I'm saying? They're like, that can ruin somebody's life. So for a man, I just want men to be a lot more aware and to be like, okay, to be more on top of it. Like, I understand that, like, we always have these sayings about men that, you know, they think with their penis, and they're just so unaware, and just so everything is so amiss because they're fucking horny and they just can't control themselves. But it's like, no, take the time before you even get to that point. Like, if you're gonna take this bitch out on a date, you can say to her, like, look, no disrespect, I really, really want to have sex with you at some point. Can we, if you're down with that, maybe let's have a conversation about what that entails for you, so that nobody is surprised.
Mm-hmm. But even with that, according to like how, not all these allegations, but some of the allegations have been situations where the man did ask, received an answer, but they still referring to it as like sexual assault.
I know, like, but like those were different because they were like workplace. Like, those were people who were like the assistant to the producer, or the assistant to the actor, or the comedian, or whatever. Like, if I'm your direct report, you don't ask me nothing about sex or dating or romantic anything. You don't do that. Like, that's
as a person in HR. If you're getting a vibe from someone,
what kind of vibe?
That you know, like, maybe y'all flirted a few times or something like that, and you know, like, if you're just like, I know it's such a thin line.
Yeah, it truly is.
But I mean, sometimes, you know, because a lot of people meet their significant others in the workplace.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So, I mean, at a certain point, it's just like, do I just not say nothing to you, but like pass me the paper, or?
It's like a question is asked and someone says no, and then it's dropped from there.
Yeah.
Like, if I continue to mess with you, or you told me you're uncomfortable, and I'm still just like, whatever,
no, you're not.
Come on, you know, that's, you know, sexual assault to me.
But
a question and your answer is no, and then we never speak of this again, I'm not gonna go back like 20 years later and be like, come to think of it.
Yeah. but yes to that. Yes to that. In the scheme of like people coming out years and years later. Like, if that was your situation, I feel like you could shut up. Like, you could be the person that shuts up.
Only specifically that situation.
Yeah,
I don't mean for everybody.
Like, it happened so long ago.
Right.
At that moment, you decided to choose your job over how you felt.
Right.
Back then.
Right.
Why are you bringing this up now?
Right. Because it's trendy.
Well, you're not doing anything with your life. I need you to go read a book. Go read one of Russell Simmons' books. Like, you just need somebody to talk to.
Right.
I understand, and I completely understand, like how you said, we can't, you know, talk about people's feelings and how they feel. We can't go based off that. But still, like, what are you doing? Like, you just wake up one morning like, oh my God, I'm like so hurt. It's like, how many other things have hurt you in your life? And this is what you want to bring up? This is a person with this amount of power. Yeah. And you mean to tell me, you being this person that nobody knows, you just want to come and just destroy his world? Yeah. People do that for fame as well. Some people are just evil. Just to be known. Like, even with the Usher situation. I feel as if this man didn't say, like, anything about it. He really didn't give it that much attention. Yeah. Rather, it's true or it's not. Right. He still didn't really give it his attention. Like, he let her do her thing. Do your shine. Whatever you do. Okay, go ahead. Congratulations. Right. I'm still Usher. Where are you now? Right. So even with this Russell Simmons situation, it's just like, this happened how long ago? Yeah. I'm still going to be Russell Simmons. I'm still going to be rich as fuck. Yeah. And you're still going to be a bitch I fucked. Right. Like,
and
that's it.
I also feel like, you know, it can't just be like that one day you just wasn't feeling it. If every day I walk in the office and I'm like, Andie, you looking good today. You know, like, you know, girl, you know you look right. Your skirt look right every day. And then one day,
she's a terrible flirt.
You wear skirt.
That skirt looking right. It make you want to look down like this. What
right. You wear skirts in the office.
You wear skirts. You wear skirts.
But it's like either she was like, oh my gosh, I need to go and tell, you know, the office, or
yeah, and then the one day you just not feeling it, and it's like, damn, Andie, you looking good in that skirt. Don't fucking talk to me today, you know, like, and that's the day you take offense to it, like, but I've been doing this all this time, and now it's a problem because today, you're not in the mood.
But to me, like, workplace stuff is just a no-no. Like, if you find yourself attracted to, first of all, you just gotta have common sense. Like, I've been working where I work long enough. I'm in HR, but I'm very young, and I go into our like locations, and I be seeing the general managers and assistant managers, and I'm, you know, but they like, you know, I gotta talk like that to them, like, you know, because I don't want to look at them like somebody that can have potential, because I really can't. That's not an option. You know what I'm saying? It just isn't an option. Like, I can never go up to one of these niggas and be like, "So what you doing after this?" Like, what? What? Like, you can't do that. Like, you just can't do that. Like, I don't flirt with them. I don't compliment them. Like, none of that. You just can't. You have to have common sense. If it came down to a point where, first of all, whatever is supposed to happen is going to happen. Like, the universe is always working in your favor if you're doing what the fuck you're supposed to do. So, out of all fucking billions of people, out of the billion niggas on this earth, if that nigga that is your direct report is supposed to be with you, he's gonna fucking get fired or quit or something. And the opportunity is gonna open up for you to do that. But, like, you jeopardizing your shit, and, like, men do it all the time. But that's just because a lot of men are in a place of power where they feel like, she can't, what the fuck is she gonna say? I'm the CEO. What is she gonna say? I own this. What is she gonna say? I'm the manager, you know? But it's just like, at the end of the day, like, it's just common sense. Like, don't do that. It's not okay. And because of that, especially when depending on, like, people's ages and stuff, like, you just don't know how that's gonna blow over. You can't tell somebody every single day, like, oh, you so fine, girl, because then it might be that one day where she like, that's sexual harassment and I'm uncomfortable.
I also feel like it goes along with, you know,
that was insane.
It was. People get upset when they don't get what they want.
Yeah.
Think about obsessed.
Yes.
Like, that could be a situation that's just like obsessed.
That's
like,
unfortunate.
She was pissed she could not get the D. Like, she was pissed. This lady went in this man's house and laid in his bed. Now, y'all know we watched that movie like, get the fuck out of here. That shit can't happen for real. Like, that fight lasted too damn long. Okay, that's off subject. But, like, saying that to say, they could have been having, you know, sex going good for this long time, and she could have been like, I want a baby, or I'm telling everybody. She wasn't getting what she wanted, so that could also be a trigger. Like, everybody, all right, you want to play with me? All right, you know. And it's like, there's nothing else that can hurt this man but his business. Right. You can't take his kids away from him because you don't have none.
Women do better.
You know, I also think it's a problem when it makes the people around you uncomfortable. When you, like, your other colleagues at work. Like, for example, I had an issue at my old job where the head of HR is engaged to my direct manager. Okay. And he said something inappropriate to me, and it's like, I can't report it to HR because that's your bitch. And I didn't want it to, so I had to just deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, girl.
I should go, I mean, it's been almost a year.
Come out with.
Yes, it's been almost a year.
Just wait. You gotta wait 15 more years.
Oh, damn.
No, she gotta wait 25 more years. Yeah. You know, you gotta.
I mean, technically, it's been a year, so.
I
feel like the worst thing about all these allegations coming out is because of how many there have been. Now you can have conversations like this where it's just like it's a joke, and it downplays people who really have been assaulted or really have been victimized or really were, you know, assaulted, and it's tainted the whole thing. Yeah. Like, now you look at everybody like, oh, all right, girl, or something, versus being able to really empathize with the person and being like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry this happened to you. Now you gotta look at everything with one eye open, like, okay, maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but we'll never know.
And you would think that it would have came out when, like, the Bill Cosby thing happened. You would think that that's when it would have started. Like, everybody would have came out, but that's happened, that's ended, and then it's like in a few years later, here come another group of people.
Been a couple years, huh?
Yeah. I mean, the trial just happened, but the actual situation.
I'm sadder about Russell Simmons than I was about Bill Cosby.
Absolutely. I mean, either way, I love the Cosby Show. The message here is everybody do better. And as far as what you were saying, I think that we just need to continue to treat everybody with compassion. Like, compassion doesn't have to mean I believe every single thing that you're saying to me. Compassion means I empathize with what you're saying, with what you're feeling, because regardless, like, you can run down the stairs right now and be like, I'm so upset that the sky is green. And I can sit here and be like, it's not though, it's blue. But you know what I'm saying? That doesn't change the fact that you're affected by what your perception was. So me sitting here trying to convince you that something is what it isn't or isn't what it is does not change the fact that I should just empathize with the fact that you are feeling something right now. So like focus on that and humanizing these people, I think is key. And then other than that, do fucking better. Dudes, fucking do better. Your dick is not a brain. Your dick is not a brain. Your dick is not a brain. Your dick is not a brain.
What is it, a muscle?
Your dick is not a brain. Your dick is not a brain. Your dick is not a brain. Let's put it on the t-shirt. Your dick is not a brain. Like, your dick is not a brain. Stop saying that. Stop making excuses for stop making these, oh, I just had so much chemistry with her and oh, I'm so horny. All this stupid ass shit to make terrible, life-changing decisions for yourself. Like, niggas, I can look up people who are considered sex offenders in my neighborhood, and I bet you many of them didn't really try. Like, their intention was not to sexually offend anybody, you know? That's a lot of people's story. So just stop being fucking dumb, and girls, stop being petty. Stop being fucking petty. If a man does not want you or does not want the same things that you want, take knowing that as a blessing so that you can move on. Do not try to hurt nobody especially not in their pockets. Because that's not just his money. This man has a family. Anyway, speaking of being petty, right on into the petty parlor. What's beef? Right?
Cameron and Mace, supposedly. Well,
see, I didn't know this.
Well,
okay, tell us.
Cameron was just on the Breakfast Club recently. So I was listening to his interview to really get because first of all, I love Mace and I love Cameron.
Yes.
And I would definitely be from Harlem if I were from New York. So when I heard about their little beef or whatever, I didn't want to feed into it because I didn't want it to be a real thing. I didn't want that to really happen. But so when he was on the Breakfast Club, I listened to him on the Breakfast Club.
Cameron, right?
Yes. Cameron was on there. And they were asking him, Mace. Well, Cam is on tour right now. He's on tour. And one of the songs on his album, he's stating some facts about Mace, or what he perceives to be facts.
Got it.
Basically talking about an incident, because, Cam and Mace have known each other since they were 10.
Mm-hmm.
So he's talking about incidents just them growing up in Harlem, situations where Mace has gotten into it with people and Cameron had to come help him, or talking about a time where Mace gave him $100 for basically saving his ass in a situation. And apparently Mace didn't like those stories, so Mace came out with The Oracle, which was a whole diss track towards Mace. Towards Cameron. Mm-hmm. And in the diss track, he said Cameron fucked his own sister. He said that Cameron has a Mace tattoo. What other absurd shit did he say? He said some other absurd things.
That's what I was about to say. What
happened?
Some other absurd
things.
What happened when you
Cameron, first of all, states that he doesn't have a sister. He doesn't have any. He does not have a sister. He doesn't have a homegirl. He refers to a sister. He doesn't have a sister. He said he definitely doesn't have a Mace tattoo. So he was saying that it's just all lies. And from what I got from the gist of it was just that Cam was saying that when Mace started going the whole church route is when he kind of felt like they couldn't be friends no more. Because he felt like
church
Mace
is not for him.
Not because of that, because he said that he felt like Mace did it to profit from it. Not because he didn't feel like Mace truly had this calling. He felt like Mace went over there, because he said Mace would talk about, deacons be getting that money and stuff. So...
when they collect the money
you know you're in a bad situation if you used to be a rapper and you're now plotting on becoming a deacon.
But isn't he back? He's clearly back being a rapper, though. He's back.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he's back. You know, he came out because Bad Boy had the 20-year reunion tour.
Right.
So that's why he's been kind of out and like doing shows and doing performances and stuff now. I don't know if he's about to literally be back trying to drop an album.
Once again, old shit.
Yeah.
How old is this? Why are you? I need everybody to get new mattresses because they're clearly just waking up on the wrong side of the fucking bed. Like when you wake up in the morning, is it like I'm gonna start some bullshit? Like who? Just like
whose life can I alter today?
Amazing. I just don't get it. Like it's like you just
that's wild. Well, I wish Mace the best. I think that, to me, that sounds a little bit like
some lovers.
This
stuff.
is someone.
It does.
Like Mace is obsessed with. No, that Mace is obsessed with Cameron.
Because it's like you going real far. Like, what if I was like, girl, so what? And that's why you got on pink panties. It's like,
right? Like,
how would you know this? How do you know about this tattoo? Where is it? Like, you're just too like, yeah. How do you even say that in a rap?
Sam also told a story about when Mace this was before Mace came out. I think when he had just got, or was it before Cam came out? It might have been before Cam came out. But anyways, Mace was living in Diddy's brownstone at the time, or at least just staying there. Diddy wasn't there. Like he said, Diddy was not there. He was out of town somewhere. But he said he came to see Mace, went to use the bathroom. In his bathroom, he said it was just a dildo sitting on Mace's sink. And so he was like, he said he came out and was like basically, bro, like what is
he inquired?
And he said Mace was just like,
the preacher?
Like, man, this was way before their time. But he said Mace was just like, man, like, I don't know, like, that's homie shit. He be having chicks through. I guess that's just what he do. And Cam was just like, but this is your bathroom.
Right.
And he's not here. And it's still sitting out on the sink. But he was like, he don't know. You know,
I thought that he was about to say that. Mace told him, like, sometimes I just stick it to the toilet and
Would you like to sit on it too?
Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. You don't dildo? You got some dildo back in Harlem?
It's a trend here. That's some more petty conversation for our petty parlor.
No, that is very. No, that's super petty. We do have a topic this week though, and since we got ladies up in the house, we're going to talk about soul ties. Mm-hmm. I like that. You did that fast. Is that how you tired, really? Damn, she's rápido. So this week's topic is soul ties. Mm-hmm. I want it paused for effect. Soul ties. Perfect. Thank you guys. So Tati, what you got to say about soul ties?
Okay, so
tell the bitches that don't know what a soul tie is, because you know these bitches mean nasty.
So if you're like me,
fucking anybody.
If you're like me, when you hear the term soul ties, I just thought it was like like a symbolic statement. Yeah, no. I just thought it was just like a symbolic statement, just saying like, just made up a word for saying like you're attached to somebody. I didn't know that it was an actual word that had a real definition. It was a real thing that happens in life. But so apparently soul ties is when you have sex with a person, and because when you have sex with that person, you're giving them your energy and they're also giving you their energy as well, that a soul tie can be created. Meaning afterwards, from what I understand, you can now take on some of their attributes afterwards. If they're a negative person, you can now find yourself feeling down all the time. Not as happy, not as upbeat. Just carrying some of their dark cloud around with you every day and not fully understanding why. And because it's a soul tie. And you have to put real work into unconnecting that soul tie. If that's really what you feel you have. I know the girl that whose YouTube I watched, Amazed by K, who was talking about it. She talks about there are like specialists and things that you can go see. They talk about like meditation, all these different forms of like spiritual, like therapeutic ways to break soul ties. And that's what a soul tie is.
I feel inclined to talk about my experience with this, but it's also very fresh. I feel like I did something very ritualistic in breaking a soul tie, and I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Hey, Aja.
I have a question, though.
Yeah, tell us.
I know what it is. I thought you were saying you wanted to tell us.
No, I feel inclined, but as I was saying it, I realized that I didn't want to talk
mind
about this. And that's okay. Hey, ladies, even if you change your mind during, that still counts. You have every right to change your mind, even in the middle of it.
So other than Bree,
or after you
I still have more to say about it. I just skip me and come back.
Do either of you ladies ever feel like you've experienced those?
Andie has a question.
Oh, you have a question?
Do you guys think that you can have soul ties with a condom? Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
That's a good question. I was asking for a
No, that's a good question.
You don't use condom that I was given. It didn't seem like it had anything to do with actual fluids and things. It was
no. I'm not saying that, but you know, there is a difference.
There's no protection
of how
there needs to be a
feeling
condom
of a difference. So I'm just saying, like, you know, someone that I've been with a long time, you know, if we slip up versus, you know, someone that I am using protection with, it's kind of like...
You're not saying somebody for a long time and always use protection.
But also...
And be stuck.
Also,
ladies.
Two things. I believe that when it comes to, like... Because, okay, so how... I was going to connect this to, like, sexual fluidity and people who don't, like... People who don't restrict themselves or feel like, you know, I can't have sex with too many people or I can't have sex, you know, I don't know, like people who just don't restrict themselves sexually. Those people, when they are smart, because some people are just like that and they're not intentional, but I think the intention is everything. So like to answer your question, like how it's different, you know, how it feels different, you know, like you could be with somebody for a really long time and then you finally have sex without a condom and then that creates, you know, a different type of a mind versus someone that you just met and like, or somebody that you're not really feeling and it's only sex, so it's like, nigga, you can never put that in me without a condom, like that sort of thing. But it's like, also, you gotta understand, like, your mentality behind those actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get to a point with a certain person, like, if condom usage is something that's important to you, once you get to a point where it's with a certain person where it's like, I'm willing and I'm okay with not using a condom, that creates a certain type of bond that you're not allowing with anybody else. So that intention behind it will create the soul tie as far it like as opposed to, you know, not intentionally, you know.
Yeah, that's
I think that that's important too, like especially for people who consider themselves to be sexually fluid. And, you know, have multiple partners and things like that. You can place very, very different intentions on each person. You know, and like other people just won't affect you that way. Like some people will affect you tremendously, but other people just won't because you didn't set your intentions out on that person to allow them that space. Like, you know, of course you have to accept that anytime you have sex with anybody, you are exchanging your energy with them. But you can definitely be intentional about how that affects you.
And from what I saw about it, a soul tie, from what I've seen, is like completely different from just like, you know, like being attached or
like
being heartbroken or like something like that. A soul tie, from what I've seen, is something that can just happen with anybody that you have sex with.
Yeah.
Like even if it was just a one night stand, never see that person again, you exchange that energy, so it's a possibility. Right. You know that.
But there's intention in that, and it may not be yours. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be the universe's intention. Oh, yeah. And a lot of times we get put in situations where like you'll like come across somebody or be talking to somebody and you're like, how did I even like. You ever have friends where you're like, how are we even friends? Like, I don't know what it is about you. Like, I know all the things that I don't like about you, but I don't know what it is that I like about you that keep me talking on the phone with you every fucking day. But that, to me, is similar to a soul tie. That's not your intention. That's the universe's intention. This person is supposed to be in your life. Like, whether it's to learn something, whether it's whatever it is that you're gaining from that or not, or whatever you're giving to that person, it's definitely intentional.
But it's really weird because it's like, let's say like how you said about friends.
Yeah.
If you guys stop being friends, those feelings kind of just go away. Or if you, well, I mean, or okay, I'll say with a guy, like when you're done with a guy, you're done. You're like, I don't even want to be around you. I don't want to see you. Definitely don't want to have sex with you. Like if you feel that way. So it's crazy how those things can just go away. Like it takes time.
But that's the strength in that not being a soul tie though. Because I definitely believe that the soul tie is the intention of the universe, definitely. And that's it's stronger. Like it's not something that goes away. It's telepathic even. Like I've definitely communicated with someone mentally on a whole like a lot of different occasions. And that to me was like, I'm not doing this on purpose. Like, in fact, when I'm alone, I'm asking to not have anything to do with this person. Like, you know, I'm talking about getting myself out of the situation, but just the thought of you, like, you can tell, like, this person understands that I'm, like, reaching out to them spiritually in some way. Like, that to me is like a soul tie, and it's not intentional on your end, you know? Mm-hmm. But, like, with friends, it's kind of like, I don't know. I think with friends it's more like a soul mate than it is a soul tie. Like, a soul tie is like a whole, like, magical, like, spiritual thing, you know? Like, it's like all of these things that are happening that you, like, legitimately cannot control. A soul mate to me is kind of just like, I don't even know why I keep dealing with you, but I really enjoy being around you. You know, like that to me is like, you're meant to be in my life, and there are multiple of those. I don't know if you could have a soul tie situation more than once.
Have a soul tie more than one time?
Yeah.
With the same person?
No, like, just in general. Like, I don't know.
At the same time.
Well, just in my experience. Not even the same time, but just, like, more than once. Like, and I don't know.
There are people that think that you can.
Yeah.
I don't know what I think personally, necessarily. But I know that people do feel like it's something that can happen multiple times. It just can happen, yeah. Because they just view it as
it's just something that happens.
Yeah, like, I didn't give this person my energy, they gave me his. I gotta get this out of my aura and get back to being like me or something.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know if that's something that you can prevent then, because I think that sexually, I definitely go into sex with intentions. And that to me is like one of my intentions. Like, I don't want to take anything from you. You know? Like in that way. I think that, like, I wonder if they believe, I don't know if they think that, like, if you could go into it saying, like, I fucking rebuke the idea of taking any, you know, like, anything that I don't want. You know, like, I want to take nothing but pleasure from this situation, and I don't want to have it
seems
on
like
me.
It's something, I don't think I've ever had a soul tie. Mm-hmm. Just because, or if I did, it's like I personally haven't really had sexual experiences with people that I wasn't already kind of committed to in a way, or like had a relationship or something like that. Yeah. So it's all mixed together. Yeah. So it's like if I did have a soul tie, it feels like, no, that's my boyfriend. Yeah. Or that's mine. Right, something like that. But in other situations that I've read about people that have spoke about it, it sounds like it's something that they feel like they at least, like, you can't prevent it, which is why in the things that I've watched and heard people talk about, they talk about, you know, be very selective about who you lay with, because they're like, because you can't control it. Yeah. Or you don't know what's, you know, gonna happen. So, like, be selective of people's personalities and the energies they bring and the energies that you let around you. Yeah. Because you don't really know how it'll affect you.
And that's really real on every situation. And I think that if people did believe that, people would just be better off. Because, like, even like on a micro level, like, if I wake up on Tuesday and I know for a fact, like, I'm it's just something happening, like, I don't feel like me, I wouldn't go and fuck my boyfriend that night. You know, I wouldn't like go and be like, I wouldn't want to be too on him until I got together what I needed to get together with my energy.
But so, do you feel like that's because you're older? Because I'm thinking about
I was not like this.
Exactly. So I'm thinking about, like, high school. Like, yes, your high school boyfriend. I felt like those was my soul ties. Like, oh my gosh, I always wanted to be around my boyfriend. Yeah. So, you know, it's like, and then that's what I mean by you get kind of like detached.
No, not the drink. The memory of feeling that way about my high school boyfriend.
The life specialist got mad. Look at who was looking at me.
My specialist looking like, bitch, my drink is good.
No, that's why I was looking like, my mouth nasty.
No, this is no, this is delicious. I'm sorry. No, but yes, I agree.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. My drink's good. Take a drink.
Okay, so, like,
have you, Sister Aja? Have you ever had Sister Aja? Have you ever had a soul tie, or do you feel like?
I think I need to look into it a little bit more to determine that. Based off what you said,
no. I don't feel like she would.
You know, you seem very, like,
I be like.
I feel like I have to let go when she's saying she's let go. Like, if she says she's over it, that really means, like,
like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
No, yeah. No, that's that was like why I oughta.
Yeah. Just Popeye.
Oh my god, I have such heart attack arm right now.
She you know what that is? Her tattoo so bad.
You are so irritating.
It's annoying.
She really gets on my fucking
The
nerves.
most annoying thing was when
because you say that every time I bring up the fact that I got arrested. Like, no. I'm just so rude.
She bringing it up though. She loves.
It's a part of my name is Bree Stories. It's a part of my story.
She loves letting people know about her experiences. It's nothing wrong with that.
Right. So why do you mock me every time I do it?
Oh, just like you was mocking me earlier, huh?
Remember
that? I forgot what it was.
Exactly.
But you was. But you was.
No.
You gotta use your hand.
When we were in high school and dudes would like get their tattoos for like the first time and they'd come back to school.
Chosen one.
They used to literally
family first. Initials on the back of the calf.
Rolled up all day. It would stay shiny, and then there was always every class they go to. Y'all, somebody got some Vaseline.
My tattoo.
Like it's peeling, right?
Like why aren't you prepared? Why don't you?
No, I ain't got none, but let me see.
Constantly.
Man, it ain't nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Or when girls got their tongue pierced and they had to carry around the mouthwash.
Oh yeah, that was me.
I
said that was me.
I didn't see that.
I'm like, I didn't get that.
I didn't carry it around. It was in my locker though.
Or like when girls get their bust
bring it
done,
up.
they carry around pillows.
Wow.
I'm not around that group of people.
I was around for that way.
I've seen it.
That
I've
escalated
seen it.
quickly. That escalated quickly.
Me and our producer Michael, our biggest pet peeve when we was in high school was people that walked around playing music on their phones, like through hallways, like just
try it on the red line.
And I was the one like, can you Bluetooth me that ringtone?
Yes,
Yo, Bluetooth on.
standing in line, and somebody would just start blasting music, and we wouldn't keep moving. No, we'd just sit there. And music just blasting.
That's how I feel on the red line. Every time I'm on the red line and somebody's just walking through car to car with just like, it's just, you're doing it on purpose, sir.
Yeah, like
you're doing this
plenty of
deliberately.
headphones are like
and then
$2.
and then on top of that, like their demeanor when they walking through, like they just so fucking serious.
How
like,
I
gotta
think
hear
about
this
it.
song.
Sometimes I think about it as if, we all have our outlets of life.
Yeah.
Like, I love listening to music as my outlet. Some people do things to make them not do other things. Some people, like, let's say their headphones broke, but they're like, I need to listen to music to make me not snap on nobody or to make me not act crazy or, this could just be their outlet.
She don't want to go off on people.
And that's okay,
So she just put something in her mouth. She was like, I ain't even trying to fight right now. Let me put something in my mouth.
I get it.
I get it.
Give me
the strawberry light.
Nobody sucks dick here, guys. We're kidding.
Y'all wanna play a game?
What a bitch. What a bitch.
I was gonna say you suck ghost dick.
Ghost dick.
So you suck a dick.
Not a human.
It's fine. Dick is dick.
Ladies, we're about to play a game. Alright.
We're playing the game.
Alright.
I love when Tati comes out with her games.
I'm gonna list 4 things, and you have to pick which one that you would live without.
Okay.
Of the 4.
I don't want to.
Like if you have to let one of these things go.
Okay.
So
First 4.
the first 4: Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, 101 Dalmatians, Lady and the Tramp.
Oh.
You go first.
I was like, who wanna go first?
Tati.
Oh, fuck.
I could
I'll go
totally.
first because mine's is easy.
Yeah,
I know which one I'm
totally
letting
go
go
though.
of. 101 Dalmatians.
I could totally go without Lady and the Tramp.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Because you a tramp and she
what
knows
was
when
the
other people are about to
options
say
again?
tramp.
Huh?
What were the options again?
Aladdin, The Little
Aladdin.
Mermaid, 101. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
She's so
I wasn't into
different.
it.
Jasmine is actually one of my favorite princesses.
Mine is 101 Dalmatians too.
Can you see? Can you see from here that my hand is really ashy? Okay, my
And her
eczema is
tattoo.
starting to flare up.
And her tattoo. She's just ashy on this hand. And you? That's like when I get married.
It's
So,
true.
y'all want a great.
It's true. Look at it. It's my eczema.
I don't think they can see.
But you know, my hands get like this in the winter.
No, this is
Like I have to keep lotion and stuff on my. Okay, next. Next group: DMX, Ja Rule, Juvenile, Mystical.
Juvenile.
Mystical.
Um,
Mystical.
Mystical is so rapey, and I love him.
Damn, I've been listening to Put It On Me all week, so I'm not gonna say Ja Rule.
What? You've been listening
Every
to
time
that all
with
It's
you.
on
Oh,
104.3, the new radio station here in Chicago, and they've been playing it.
But if your nigga only knew,
We got a new radio.
you got a lot of
really
freaking
good.
you, baby.
Who would I pick?
DMX was. I need DMX close
Mystical.
to my heart for my entire life.
Forever. DMX is.
I only like Shake It Fast and.
You're thinking about like songs, not even about literal track list. You like,
Shake It Fast.
no, I like number 7.
I only
Number
like
9.
Shake It Fast.
Mystical's whole like No Limit era was
I don't even
everything.
remember one song from Mystical.
Oh my god!
Nah,
You
I
don't
love,
shake your ass and watch
Here I
yourself.
Here
I
go.
Oh,
damn.
damn. That's one of my favorite Ludacris songs.
Is that the only one?
No, it's plenty of Mystical songs.
Damn.
Mystical was fantastic.
I do like Mystical too, but he is a rapist.
Was everyone else?
I have to. No, not everybody else.
He came in with his dick in
Not
his
in this
hand.
list, but I'm saying like if we had to choose people based off who wasn't a sexual predator,
But we're
we
on
would
a
have no
list.
one. On the
But basing it off
Damn.
of a list, it would be easy to just knock off the sexual predator.
Who did you say? Who did you say?
Juvenile.
I need
What?
Juvenile for the culture.
How can you say Juvenile without
Back
back
that
that ass up?
That's how I feel about. That's how I feel about Mystical though.
So do you dance when back that ass comes?
I does.
I does.
You can't just throw that away.
I does.
though.
But if you turn that off and turn on my neck, my back, I'll be just as happy.
No, Kaya can actually dismiss herself.
Kaya's a psychotic.
It's
person.
nothing like a nigga telling you to
That's
back
not
that ass up,
Mystical's
though.
song.
Is it? That's not his song.
You're a
No,
part of
it's
rape
not.
culture.
Did you pick one?
Yeah, I said Mystical.
Oh, okay.
Mystical.
Yes.
Mystical, Juvenile, Mystical.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Mac and cheese, dressing, sweet potatoes, greens.
What? Mac and cheese, dressing, sweet potatoes, greens.
I feel like everybody already knows which one.
I prefer green beans over greens, so I'll say greens.
I think I would get rid of sweet potatoes. Out of this list of things, it would have to be sweet potatoes. And I love that. Hurts me to say.
She's not a.
That's like all 4 of my children. That's how I feel. Like it's that deep. Like you're making me choose a child.
So you would get rid of one of your kids.
If I had 4,
It
I mean, I
depends.
still have 3.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
What would you get rid of, sister? A Tati.
Here's the
natural
thing.
environment.
In general, in life, I would get rid of mac and cheese because I don't really like mac and cheese. But if I was being specific to the actual house I was going to and the actual dinner, and my cousin Brandy was making the mac and cheese, I would get rid of greens.
That's crazy.
So you know,
This is
take it
so
how you want
these
it.
are Brandy's dishes that we got.
No, just the mac and cheese.
You said these are Brandy's dishes. We got
Her, she literally in the world makes the only mac and cheese that I like.
You had mine before.
I'm about to say I'm
think
super
so.
offended actually.
But you already knew that. Like everybody knows that I don't like mac and cheese in
I
general.
don't think
Like
you had mine.
I'm not a big like cheese.
Brandy, I'm coming for you, baby.
Already.
I don't really want to plead the 5th, but because I'm vegan, I would get rid of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess dressing too, but my auntie made meatless dressing, so it was kind of fine.
Yeah, I'm about to say you can do it easy vegan.
Yeah, but you can't do that with mac and cheese. So
No,
would-
I mean
I
you
love
can,
it.
but it's not fun.
What happens if you don't put
Nutritional
like,
yeast though is really key if you really want to make a decent fake cheese sauce. It's not the same. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. Like I love when vegans are like, it's just like my grandma. No, it's fucking not.
But here's the
It's
thing:
not.
if you don't eat something for a long enough time, the substitute
Sure.
will taste just like it. Because
It
I haven't
will.
eaten pork in maybe like 5 or 6 years now. So to me, when I eat turkey bacon and turkey products, like I'll be like, it's just as good, no big deal. But that's because it's been so long.
Well, I think turkey breakfast
To the point
sausage
where-
tastes just like regular breakfast sausage.
I think that too, but that's just because I haven't had it in so long. I can't even remember what bacon, like pork bacon, tastes like. So to me, good bacon is just good bacon now. I'm like, tastes fine to me.
Yeah.
True. I want to talk alter egos. Do you have an alter ego?
She
I
said she
do.
won't.
She's dark skinned.
No, she needs a name. She said.
Oh, okay.
So let's try to
She's
come up with a
dark-skinned.
name. Tell us
She's
more.
dark-skinned.
Tell us more about her.
She's
Define dark
like,
skin. Tell us her actual tone.
oh, she's just chocolate. Like
Yeah.
when she's in the sun, she just glows. Like like a good highlight all over her body, but it's just natural.
Yeah,
like, for real. She's just
what's
real
her body
rich.
type?
She got a big booty.
Yeah.
Instead of being a triple D, she like a C cup.
Yeah.
Then, you know, she kind of tall, nice legs.
I love that.
Yes, and she's just like, I really want to be like she this badass bitch. Like, it's just like that. It just happened, like, boom. Yeah. But, I mean, she, you know.
Okay, I'm searching my name generator. I have a couple that are just bouncing out on me.
Okay.
That's my name.
I know.
Oh, I said that's my. I got mad.
What's yours?
We'll get there. I'll tell you about all my alter egos.
I want to hear you. You got more than one.
No, I want to name yours though. Okay. I like the name Ghana, and I like the name Rose.
Rose?
From Titanic?
I don't like any of those names.
I love the name Ghana.
Those sound like old school, like strippers. Like from the 70s?
Yes!
Donna.
Now bringing Ghana to the stage. I don't want none of that.
It's a country.
Right, because that's what I think of. Just like a beautiful chocolate woman from Ghana. It's beautiful.
I can understand that, but...
What about Rose? Rose, speaking to you.
Rose is kind of like... I feel like I would be like...
What about Orchid?
Where are
What
you
about
getting these from?
Lelinda?
She's not very good at it.
What about Lelinda?
It seems like you guys all suck. Like, y'all
Lelinda.
Not Lelinda.
Okay, I want to hear yours, though. Belinda?
Lelinda.
Lelinda.
Lelinda?
No.
Lelinda.
No, not
By the time I get that out, nigga better walk away. Am I
He'll be like, all right, bitch, I'll see you later. Or if she as fine as you say she is, he gonna be like, I'm gonna call you L.
I'm gonna call you L.
L Boogie.
I always like the name L. In any situation. Whenever I hear L come up, I be like, go with that.
I know you're thinking that.
I said so L?
L Chanel.
L Chanel.
Or with your alter ego,
I like
you completely take out your
Yeah, you
whole-
got it. It has to be a totally different person.
She needs a middle name then.
I like L Chanel.
L Dick Sucker. El Dorado Dick Sucker.
I would probably say cocksucker, but I don't want to.
You like
cock? I like
You
the word.
like cock? She also doesn't watch porn though, so I'm not gonna hold it
That's
against
like a
her.
foreign word. That's
But I was say, but
word.
porn is the reason I don't like the word.
Yeah.
cock.
Everything.
A big black.
I guess if I was to, and you know what makes
I
it
would
funny
be a
off
bitch
of
ass.
that movie when she was like big black cock and he was like it's a skateboard. What movie was that?
What?
You guys didn't see that movie? It was The
You're
Family
making it up.
when she acted like they were trying to traffic drugs. And okay,
I saw that
dang,
movie,
y'all
but I
gotta
don't
see-
remember
But she don't
the
watch
part.
porn. But she watch shit about drugs.
Oh, with Jennifer Aniston?
Yes,
I know.
and it was like
Oh,
the
I
family.
did
He
see
put
that.
it together, the whole family,
I
but
did
he
see
was
that.
drawing a skateboard. And she was like, "Blick, black clock," and I was like, "I like that word."
Cock.
She said, "Yeah, cock."
I don't like
I don't think
cock.
I like saying
I
that. I
don't
don't
think I
like
want
the
that as my
sound
alter ego
my
name.
mouth
No,
has
no,
to
no.
make.
El Marie.
No, every basic bitch's name.
I need
is
like
Marie.
a bad bitch name, like
Yeah.
it
I
gotta be
had
like
hella best friends.
El
whose middle
Jefe.
names was
El
Marie.
Cardi. I'm just kidding.
I feel it. I
El
know.
Bel Khalees.
El Khalees. Khalees is cute. I like Khalees.
I love Khalees. I love
El
her.
Khalees.
I just love Khalees.
I
just
do love
the
her.
person Khalees.
Do you
Wait,
wish
I got a good
Do I
first
wish
name
her
instead of
well?
L.
her and Nas were still together?
Yeah.
Me
on the
too.
inside. On the inside.
They're beefing right now too.
I don't want them to do that because she has a child and she should be in love and just living her life. And
She got a.
and Nas be fucking Nicki Minaj, I guess, and they should just be living their separate lives and be okay. I don't want them to. I don't want that. Anyway, that's not nobody's business. Okay, so
what about
what's-
Leilani for your girl's name?
No, Leilani is
Prettier though.
basic.
That's not, and that's like regular name. I'm like, she's like really like,
I said.
She's exotic.
yeah, she's like something that I really can't
No,
even
it's
describe.
a name. It's hard to pronounce. Maybe
Okay.
Genevieve.
That was the name on.
Put your drink down.
Aja, did you have?
'Cause
A,
now-
I think the guessing
Gigi.
portion should be on.
Yeah, who's your alter ego?
My alter ego is an Afro Latina. She's Cuban. She's brown skinned. She's really feisty, real fiery. Just gorgeous. And her name is Ice. And I'll dare anybody to say something.
I don't mind that. That makes way more sense than you trying to tell me to call you.
I can speak Spanish.
Okay, so what's yours?
Alter ego.
So I have a couple of alter egos. I have Ginger. She was born when I was 14. For real. And I don't really play with Ginger no more. But I also have Chachi. And Chachi is definitely Dominican. She's definitely from the Bronx. And she just like, she never speaks Spanish. And her mom gets really fucking pissed off at her for it. Because bitch, you're in my house. Like, you're gonna speak to me in our native tongue. I fucking feel like it. Like, I'm just gonna go like down the street to talk to my man. And like, I'm just gonna hold his drugs for him. Like, what's the big deal? Like, that's how she is. Her name is Chachi.
She sounds like Evelyn Lozada.
See, that's not what the fuck I want.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her. Some Evelyn.
No, Asha goes out of her way to disrespect me, and it's
I like
y'all should actually start. No. I want our wordies, our listeners, and our subscribers to start a tally of how many times Asha disrespects me in one episode. Just do it.
And at the end of the day, what is that gonna do? Get you some money back on your taxes? Some more hours in the day? Like, what the fuck is that gonna do for you? Nothing. Okay.
It's gonna expose you. It's gonna expose you.
Expose what? I'm still gonna be me, and if you feel like I'm disrespecting you, I'm probably still gonna disrespect you. So what's up?
Wow. I'm just gonna move. Before you guys get to throwing drinks and shit.
Tati, what's your
I'm gonna take all mine.
I don't think I feel like my alter ego is literally like, y'all seen that old Danity Kane video with Missy Elliott? What's it called? Like, when the red light
Bad Girl.
Bad Girl. In that video, every time they would transform, they were still literally themselves. They just had on like a wig or something. Or like they had a different hairstyle.
I'm very mad about it.
And I feel like that's how my alter ego would be. I feel like my alter ego would literally still be me, but it would just be a day.
She thinks so highly of herself.
Like, it would just be a day where I just decided, like, you know what? Today I'm Bonnie. And I got my 20-inch weaving going down my fucking back. Like, I
Bonnie
was
works
winning
at
down
a
my
diner.
No, baby.
A diner?
Bonnie is on Love and Hip Hop Chicago.
Oh. I said, oh. I liked it better when she was at the diner.
No, that's not fun. I'm going to bring my alter ego today and go to the diner.
Well, now that you make it like a video, I can think about movies, like my favorite movies. Like, my alter ego would be like Honey. I like Honey Daniels, like, because she helped the kids. But it will also be like Bring It On, because I'd be like, oh my God. Like, oh wow.
That's so different from what you started with.
I know, but it's still like a combination of all of these women together. They make like a fierce-ass, dope-ass woman that's still humble.
I love it.
Like,
I forgot one thing about my alter ego. She's also very heavy in fire play. She definitely lets her partner put an open flame on her back while they fuck.
She gonna
I
catch
thought you
fire
were about
one
to
day.
say that, like, you go to the gun range and shit. I thought you were about to just say that, like,
she gonna have
you
the
really
role
into
when they
guns
catch
and
fire,
she collects,
and then
like, Glocks and, like, shit like
Oh my
that.
God.
No, she's not in. She doesn't like guns. But
Bonnie,
she
my girl
definitely-
Bonnie likes guns.
she definitely indulges
Bonnie
in some
goes to the
fire
gun
play.
range.
And I was gonna say water sports, but no, we're not gonna take it that far. That's it. So does anybody have? Okay, what? No, you had a thing.
No, I think I know what you're gonna say.
Truth and Dare?
No.
Praises due?
No.
Life is a catalog?
No.
You?
Which one?
Do you have anything? Truth and Dare?
Oh, of any of those things.
Praises due? Life is a catalog?
Oh my gosh, y'all better pick some.
I do have praises due, actually.
Come on.
To my mom.
Hey, mama.
I just wanted to give her praises due. We had a conversation on Friday, and I fuck with you, kid. You know, you been holding the nigga down.
What's up with you?
Okay, my praises due is to Ashanti. But this is like, it's very like slight, but it just stood out to me from like when she was at Complex for Everyday Struggle. and she did her interview. And recently it was like a little clip of her online where like during her performance, like people started throwing money on her.
Oh,
and so she got mad about it and was like, hey, don't do that. Like, I'm not a stripper. And you know, so Joe and DJ Academic was trying to act like, well, you were dressed like a stripper, da 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 da. And I'm just praises due to Ashanti just for like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, it's completely irrelevant, like, that if I'm dressed, because ain't nobody gonna throw no money on Beyonce. And Beyonce's in a bodysuit at 90% of her shows. And you're never gonna throw money on her or act like she's wrong if she told you, no, I don't want you to. Like, don't try to tell me because I'm dressed in a bodysuit that I should understand and be appreciative. If somebody starts throwing money on me, I should be like, you know what? I did come out here in a bodysuit. I do that. So I get it. Like, I get it. No. Like, don't do me like that for the sake of a joke.
That's
and
why niggas are
praises
trash.
due to my girl, Shanti, for standing her ground and being like, y'all niggas tripping.
I appreciate that because it's going to take more of that for niggas to start understanding. Like, what? Like, you don't understand. This is exactly what Charlamagne was talking about. We talked about this last week. It's that perception that is the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashanti.
Where's Ashanti from? Do you know?
New York.
I was just about to say New York.
What part?
I don't know.
The city? All this dick.
Up to the city.
New York.
City.
So we have.
I think our drinks were spiked. What do you guys think?
Yes!
Yes! I know from experience.
No, I was going to tell you we have segments at the end of the show that just try to keep us on a positive note. So if you have anything for praises due, if you want to give praise to someone.
Praises due to girl bosses like you guys, for real, you know?
Yeah.
Praises due to teams, you know?
Yes.
Sometimes you're nothing without your whole team, you know? I love my circle of people that's always around me, you know? Just like I said, that positive energy, man, kudos to y'all, because we are some difficult people to deal with sometimes, you know? Can be. Y'all not gonna admit it. I ain't think so.
The difficult one, not it.
Get your finger on my face.
No, she's very aware. We were like, just start turning up. Get your finger up.
You know what? Never mind. Praises to myself.
Yes.
But for real, like, you know, our circles are like, man, it's family, it's friends, it's, you know, no matter how long you're able to rekindle and come together and see growth in one another. Like, I'm just all about that. Like, now is the time.
Yes.
And I'm just so thankful to have the people that are around me and the things that I'm doing. I'm just constantly just trying to keep going. Like, for real. So praises due to us, even behind the cameras. Like, come on now. This is a team. For real.
Yes, we have the best team.
Yeah.
We do have the best team.
Praises due to...
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was a word.
Do we have to stop?
Kinda. Like kinda. There are more things. Don't you worry. There are more things to come. But we're definitely going to say goodbye to our friends. We definitely appreciate you all coming back, and we hope that you continue to do all the things that you've always done. Follow us on all the places to be followed. You can follow us at Away With Words the Podcast on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, and right here on YouTube. You can follow me at Bree.Stories on Instagram, Bree_Stories on Twitwat, at ATati on
Instagram.
And at Hey Tati on Twitwat, AjaNoAsia at AjaNoAsia everywhere. Yes, everywhere. And of course at TheeAndieChanel, but I'm sure y'all already following her because y'all are already up on the shit and she's much more popular than we are. Thank you guys and we appreciate you and we'll see you next week. Everybody say bye. Bye.